800-951-0592. Joe and Jason, Patriot Radio News Hour, wrapping up the week here. A strong week in the gold markets. Gold continues today, up almost $11 right at this moment, 1850, 1851. Got a great special today, and one of the ones. And I always like it when we're out there and we're just below all of the competition. 1/10 ounce American Gold Eagles. They're out there anywhere from $255 to $280 out there online. If you buy 500 of them, which would be like 10 rolls, some places you can get down to about $250. We're going to go $245 if you buy 10 or more, not 500, 10 or more at $240 at 800-951-0592. If you buy 10 or more, right now on All American Gold on our shopping cart, we're at $255, which still pretty much put us right around the cheapest already. But if you buy 10 or more, save $15, $240, 1/10 ounce American Gold Eagles. And Jason, we haven't seen demand for 10th ounce like this since Y2K. And I didn't come to Patriot till 2003, but every folder, every client, it just seemed like everybody had like a Y2. Eric ran these Y2K packages. Do you know that you could get a 10th ounce now, depending on when you bought, but you could get a 10th ounce in these Y2K packs for like 30, 35, 36, some of $32 on a 10th ounce. He would have a roll of silver eagles in it. The roll of silver eagles, it was like $130, $140. So just kind of tells you how far we've come. Because remember, people were worried, hey, I may not be able to buy something, because people didn't know if the computers were going to handle rolling over to the year 2000, if that was going to cause a problem. It's a little different today, right? Today, what people are worried about is we know the digital currency is coming. That's not even in question. What they're worried about, are they going to stop or start blocking you from purchasing things that you want to have? And this is why people are starting to gobble up 10th ounce gold eagles, because they're worried, hey, I may have to barter, I don't know, for ammunition. I may have to barter for things like, well, you know what? I want to eat more red meat than they want me to eat, right? I'm going to have to barter for gasoline and things of that nature, because, they're saying that I only can buy X amount of gallons of gas. These are things that people are really thinking about. And you know what, Jason? I hate to say it. I mean, it sounds ridiculous, but it's true. You probably not. I would say probably more than likely, a lot of these things are going to come to fruition.
And that's actually a pretty good point about not getting into an economic collapse to the point where there's Armageddon in the streets and there's just social and global just breakdowns and everything. But simply, hey, there's a digital currency, and pretty soon they're going to tell you what you can or can't buy. And once you've hit your allotment of A, B, C, D, E, F, G, whatever it is that you want that they don't want you to buy, gold is that one private way that you could say, hey, I've got my allotment of red meat, but I could take some of my 10th ounce gold and it won't be on the record.
I can go to the rancher and get half of a cow from him instead and get some 10th ounce. So 10th ounce American Gold Eagles, 1 through 9, $245, 10 or more, $240 at 800-951-0592. Keep adding to your portfolios. And again, we're watching today Blackstone defaulting on some more commercial-backed real estate while preventing money from coming out of the REITs. Credit Suisse hits a new all-time record low as it looks like the bank run continues, now offering rates well above everybody else. But don't got to have at least $5 million in there before you can get any of that kind of money.
Yeah, I think you said 15 million.
Was it 15? 50? A lot of millions. Put it this way, right? Yeah, you single-digit millionaires, you're just middle class.
Yeah, you're not offering it to middle class. They're upper crust class. Not a high class. Just in between there. You got to have 15 million to get the higher rate. I mean, geez, Joe, it's where's all the social activists out there saying how unfair that is? Hey, wait a minute, I don't have $15 million. That's really man, right? Where's all the social?
You don't hear about that. No, right? We hear about transgenders being able to play sports. You don't hear about, hey, wait a minute, why can't we get the same rates as the rich people get? Yeah, you can draw your own conclusions as to why that is. And again, we're watching this and trying to figure out what's going to happen next in these markets. And central banks continue to gobble up gold. The World Gold Council out again last night. More central bank gold buying. The people we know, Turkey and China, at least admitting to central bank purchases again. Jason, this trend has not stopped, and I don't think it's going to stop anytime soon. Probably until my guess would be maybe until collapse comes.
Yeah. We'll see for sure, Joey. Just I'm still stuck on the 15 million thing. I'm thinking, man, wouldn't it be nice to be able to put your money in the bank and get some of these higher rates? We haven't really talked too much as to why the banks aren't giving you any interest on your money in the savings. It used to be years ago you could get a few interest percent interest, 4, 3, 4, 5% interest on your savings. It is frustrating, Joe, that hey, if you had some cash, you could actually do something with it. And this system is not. It's not well, Joe. It's not well. If they can't offer you some interest on your savings, having money in the bank, there's something very wrong if you have to have 50 million to get it.
Yeah, and again, I think
can't get over it. That sucks.
Yeah, the big thing here is, again, their deposits are rapidly leaving that bank, and it's creating this huge problem. And I've got some thoughts about when will the central bank gold buying slow down. We're going to talk about that when we return.
Yep.
No. I was on the phone with the bank, and a lot of you business owners, you can appreciate this. The banking laws have gotten just absolutely ridiculous. But any time that we send a wire for more than $50,000, the bank now has to call us. And of course, I get charged for that call, right? A bank wire, it used to be, a bank wire used to be like $15. Now, a bank wire, it starts at $35 and then goes up, right? Wait, you're over 50,000 and we're requiring. And of course, I asked them, I like, a 50, no offense, right? And I don't want to make it, sound, like, hey, $50,000 is a lot of money. Okay. It's a lot of money. But in this business, $50,000 it's not that much money, right? It just isn't. And I said to the bank, I said, listen, can't you just raise that to, how about 250,000? And they're like, oh, no. And I'm like, why? Well, because, the banking law, we got to make sure about, money laundering and all this other stuff. And then, of course, they start charging you, right? Oh, it's 100. It was $35 plus. It's now 42. It's almost $50 to send a wire now, Jason. It's just insanity.
Yeah, for someone to punch a few keys on a keyboard, or even to just be completely automated, right? they gotta charge you. But I guess maybe for the computer maintenance, I guess, is what you're being charged for, right?
Yeah, you know what? I don't even know what it is exactly, but it's so funny. On my bank statement now, just the wire section, it's like an entire page now. And they're like, well, you had 9 charges for this and 7 charges for that, 3 charges for this, plus, blah, blah, blah. And, a hang up fee and we had a call you fee and every other fee you can possibly imagine. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, usually the banks are doing okay. I don't know. It's definitely overkill when they have to charge a fee for everything, but I guess that's the world we live in. You remember when people used to just talk to each other, right? They just get your business taken care of, and it was a handshake and a smile, and now you got some computer on the phone gibbering away at what buttons you have to hit 6 times on the menu, right?
Oh yeah, and you're on a recorded line and all this other mumbo jumbo and all that other stuff. 10th ounce American Gold Eagles once again just kind of leading the country out there. $245 per coin, 1 through 9. But if you buy 10 or more, not 500 or more, 10 or more, $240 at 800-951-0592. Continue to add to that portfolio. Of course, fractional gold, extremely popular right now because everybody's worried about what's going to be the restrictions for the new money. And, before the break, I was talking about central bank gold buying. Why? Why all of a sudden? I mean, well, they've been buying it, let's face it, 15, 16 straight years in a row. But all of a sudden, it's escalated, tripling the amounts that it used to be, setting records. And I think, Jason, central banks are doing just what our listeners are doing. Hey, we need to have gold in our reserves because we don't know what the new monetary system is going to look like. And we need we need credibility so people will take our digital currency. Number 2, hey, you know what? I may not need to buy things that whoever now is in charge, and obviously, we're going to have a hand in it. We're not going to be as dominant as we used to be, but still dollars, it's still going to be that big thing. I need to buy things that maybe America doesn't want me to buy, Jason.
Yeah. And before the break, you were talking, you're going to update on central bank buying it. So I take it, is it just accelerating? Is it just getting, because I know they just broke all records for all record keeping time as far as how much they're buying. I know they were beating 1967, I believe, and they've surpassed that. Is it just continuing to go up?
The January pace was bigger than the January pace of last year's record-breaking year. So again, all lines are lit. If you get the answering machine, just call back. One line just opened. 800-951-0592. Patriot Radio News Hour. Jason, I will be right back. $800-951-0592. Patriot Radio News Hour, Joe and Jason. We've got one line open right now. If you're on hold, just wait. We'll get to you in the order that you have called. 1/10 ounce American Gold Eagles, and we've heated it way up here. 1 through 9. At $245. As I told you earlier, we were out online. Jason and I were just trying to figure out where the market was on 10th ounce gold Eagles, and they're out there. for anywhere between $255 to $285. And then you can get it down to maybe $250 on some of these places if you buy 500 of them, right? So it would be 10 rolls. Here we are. Hey, 1 through 9, $245. You want to buy 10 or more? $240. They do come in rolls of 50. So if you want to buy a roll of 1/10 ounce American Gold Eagles, it'll be $12,000 for the roll today at 800-951-0592. Just to give you an idea, those Y2K packages, Jason, predominantly most of them were between $1,600 and $1,800 for the entire roll. Now it's $12,000. Gold's done pretty well.
Yeah, now you take you can only buy like 6 10-ounce Gold Eagles for that.
Right.
Yeah. What was 50,
that's what they've done.
10,
That's what they've done to the dollar. By the way, gold at the top of the day right now, up 15, 18, 55. Silver's up 30 cents here, almost $21 in 10 cents as gold finishing out the week at these very strong levels here. The Dow's up 200 points because, I guess they're excited about a 10-year note at 4%. I don't know. Maybe they know something we don't. Is the Federal Reserve, we're about 10 days away from the next rate hike. Jason, are they going to try to minimize the inflation? I got a feeling they must, because I'm not hearing any chatter about a 50 basis point hike, at least not yet. And Wall Street, it's not going anywhere, right? It's not up. It's down a little bit for the year, but not a lot.
I get this feeling that it's going to be quarter point rate hikes all the way into and maybe even through 2024, Joe. I think they just don't want to. That just seems to be they're just doing this very incremental thing. Even when they went up on the rates, it didn't go up dramatically. It was up a quarter point, up a quarter point, up a quarter point. Then it was down a quarter point, down. I don't know, Joe. I think quarter point, and they just keep on doing it because I think they think they'll upset the least amount of people that way.
Yeah, and again, I just think that's just idiotic. We'd be so much better off, my opinion. Let's get it over with so we can settle in here. I think right now what's happening now is they've got everybody really sitting on their hands right now, and I think that's dangerous for the economy. As nobody really knows, there's not a lot of clarity on this, and so you tend to have people do nothing when that happens.
Government needs to divorce itself from private businesses. As soon as they allowed the Federal Reserve, a private company, to come in and run the money, that was we were on the clock for the country to go downhill. So our federal government and private business needs to be divorced. We'll never have freedom and what we need, Joe. So unless that happens, so I guess you got to fend for yourself, Joe. Buy gold, right?
There you are. Hey, Jason and I, we're going to have Glenn Tate with us in the half-empty cup to wrap up the week.